Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family for all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, Apparel and Promotions in Pine.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone, day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
Make your burger your style with delicious, hand-pressed, never-frozen AAA Angus beef and tons of fresh, tasty toppings. Fatburger. Great taste sounds good, doesn't it?
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
There was a huge assembly, and then he came to the gym and he announced it.
I would like to honor a warrior that is right here.
I was diagnosed with Wilms tumor kidney cancer.
Colin McGee. We're going to fly you and your family to Universal Studios in Los Angeles to meet Adam Levine. Yes!
I got there, and then we went to Santa Monica Pier, and the water felt good, and I found a bunch of cool rocks, and then we went to The Voice the next day. I got to meet Adam Levine after the show, which was amazing.
I'm Bob Giles, and I believe every business should give back. Join me at gilesgivesback.com.
Appliance Parts Company in Alexandria has all your major appliance parts needs. We sell parts to all major appliances as well as new appliances, including window units, chest, and upright freezers. Appliance Parts originally opened its doors on Lee Street in 1972, and we're now open at a new location on Memorial Drive to serve you better. Stop by, say hey to our crew, and check out our awesome holiday gifts. Appliance Parts, 2208 Memorial Drive in Alexandria next to Target. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 9 till 12.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family for all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, Apparel and Promotions in Pine.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
Practicing on our audio only version of it, getting the bugs worked out of it there. It's switching there. Chuck's quickly springing into action there, but we are live here at Fatburger and Buffalo's Express. There we are. We're right in front of that wall of fame that's up there, that we have a couple of the Warriors on there. Coach Brown and Coach Campbell are up there as well. I've not made it up there and haven't attempted the triple XL challenge. I don't know that I can do that, but it is the playoff edition of the Warrior Roundup, and we're here with Coach Josh Brown. Coach, quarterfinal victory against Oak Hill is in the books, and you don't want to ever look ahead of an opponent, but your guys' sights have been on Sulphur the entire year, and you got the bats going after a couple of week layoff. Take me through the last couple of weeks into the regular season, into this trip to Sulphur now on Tuesday.
Yeah, we finished up playing Mamu, had a good night that night against those guys, and then, we had the layoff coming up, so we wanted to find a tune-up game, and we got Delcom, so we traveled down to Delcom. They're going to return a game to us next year, so we got to go over there, and we played 7 innings, 4-4 with those guys, and, we had a few mistakes that game, but it was good to see it happen then and not in a quarterfinal game, and we wanted to work out those kinks and stuff, and I think a little bit of it was because of a layoff. And then the next week of practice, we really just grinded it out, man. We worked our butts off swinging the bat, and then we did inter-squad twice. And we put our guys on the mound a little bit more during practice. We didn't do that a whole lot during the regular season.
Because that's something you don't normally do.
Yeah, because, we're in the season, and we don't want to do that. But we threw them two days inter-squad, and that really helped.
Well, that's good to see. The bats certainly came alive in that game. 1 run in the bottom of the first. You got Carson on base there in the first and knew he was going to make his way around. In fact, did that, scored the game's first run, and then you put up the big number really to not necessarily put things on ice, but you get up 6-0 with the crew that you've got and the hitters that you have. You feel pretty good about it.
Oh, I feel real good about it. I was excited the way we came out. Great crowd, great atmosphere, great playoff game. Oak Hill brought a lot of people. Grace had a lot of people. That's what it's all about, Central rivalry, Central Louisiana, and coming out and did what we had to do. And I was really pleased the way we swung the bat the first couple times around, and then we finished them off there in the 6th inning with a 3-run homer by Cody. I was just real pleased, man. I having that layoff, you always wonder. But I think it did us a little bit of good, man.
When I looked back at everything, too, and that's that age-old dilemma. Do you want to stay going or do you want to rest up and heal? And I think your guys got an opportunity to get healed up mentally, emotionally, physically, get their legs back under them, and make this run because they came out, I'll tell you, as spirited as I've seen them in a long time. Defensively, certainly offensively, and on the hill, Canyon and Seth did some work out there.
Yeah, I mean, I was proud of the pitching staff. And, again, going back to the offense, one thing I'll say, the reps that we got, the extra reps was huge. And you're talking about a while ago about saying the rest. We did give them a 3-day break.
Right.
And we felt that was something we really needed to do. And you can see the difference in some of them's body, that the energy, people coming back off that 3-day break. And we let them go to Sulphur to support the girls and enjoy that. We want them to do the same for us. So we thought that was important. But I'm just proud of the pitching staff, the way they came out. We had the one inning where we kind of struggled a little bit, but some heat and sweat. It's a humid night that night.
Well, let me just clear the air on that, too. I blame that all on Nick Magnano in that. A lot of you have seen the clip for it, and he took a lot of heat because Canyon's rolling right along. Hasn't give up a hit through 4 innings. And Nick asks me on the air, and everybody's heard, he says, how many hits does Oak Hill have? And I'm like, you can't ask that question. And the very next pitch is a base hit, and you can – I went back and listened to it again today, and you can hear Nick say, oh, crap. He says, oh, crap, right there. As soon as the ball's hit, he knew that it was a base hit. And Canyon doesn't get another out in that inning 5 runs later, and he's out of the game. So I blame it strictly on Nick Magnano. Nick, that's for you, buddy.
Yeah, definitely, Nick. I saw that today for the first time, and my wife goes, oh, no.
Yeah, we got a lot, but none is not as many views as we got on that strike them out, throw them out, down to first base. That was just a piece of work on that one. Take me through that just a bit.
Man, great play. Cody's got a cannon back there, man, and a great tag by Canyon. I think Oak Hill, again, you can't sleep on Cody Davis. I don't care who you are. The guy's 16 for 26 throwing people out this year. It's pretty good. And, again, I've been telling everybody, whoever gets this kid after high school is getting a good one.
And later on in the season, you saw him kind of hone it in. The first few throws, I've got to believe the first few misses were early in the season because he was a little bit left, as he's looking at it, a little bit left of second base with the throws. Whatever he got worked out, he just honed in on there, and that was good to see.
Yeah, definitely. And I know 4 of those probably were at the Northwood Shreveport game when we were throwing some 7th graders.
Right.
To be honest with you, and they were stealing on the pitcher, not the catcher.
Right.
And that's not going to happen now, not with the veteran guys going here in the playoffs.
Well, they measure catchers by pop time. That's the fashionable word. And he got rid of that ball so quick down to first. It's almost not a pitch out, but like, hey, we're going here this time anyway, so get ready. And when you see the camera, the video that's on him, how he snaps and looks down to first, and I mean, just zips that ball down there. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, no, Cade Savick, liked it on my page today. He made a little comment, got to give a little shout-out to Cade. Cade worked Cody out, took him to Cade. I guess that was about a year and a half ago. And I
probably
said,
not a bad one to go and spend some time with.
So we spent a day with Cade, and I think Cody left there the first night. Was like, I don't know if I want to catch anymore because Cade reeled him in, and I wanted Cade to do that. Both catchers left there going, Coach, I don't know if I want to catch anymore. I'm like, but this is what it takes.
Right, that's right.
And, man, all the credit to him for working with him that one day, and Cody's locked in ever since.
That's good stuff. So we know Sulphur is Tuesday coming up. I know the turf is there. There's weather, but there's always weather. I think that'll be just fine. It wouldn't seem right if everything went as scheduled. It wouldn't seem like a Grace trip down to Sulphur. And there have been a lot of those trips that have been down to Sulphur. You can see all the runners up and the state champion signs that adorn your left field wall that's out there. But here's the secret. So they've never taken one of these down here with them. This is something that's just that we said we posted and we told we're going to give the fans that come in tonight. It's the Warrior Rally Towel that we made. It's got the picture of the team on there. It says Go Warriors and Sulphur Bound. So any of the parents that are in attendance tonight, come up and get one of these. That's sweet. They're free, courtesy of – don't call come up at once. They're not listening evidently to us, but we'll pass those out. A couple of them are out and about already, so we'll get those passed out. You see how nobody rushed up here all at once.
I know. I'm kind of shocked by that. I figured Cody Davis, Seth Cook would be the first two up here.
They're not parents on the team. They don't need the rally towels. I don't need them wiping some old catcher sweat on this towel over here that we've got. But we'll have some more of these if there's an interest in them. We'll get that. But these 20 there, courtesy of BU Designs, one of our sponsors, and 446 Sports.
Those are sweet.
So now the Cooks do have one. They rode their bikes up here to it. Have you ever seen Mike Cook on a? I know. I thought somebody was chasing him when he was riding his bike. Now he was at the back of the. So I guess their thought process was they didn't have to be faster than the bear. They just had to be faster than Mike. And so his little training wheels, he was ringing the bell on it. But they rode their bikes up here. No kidding.
Well, I saw one night Mike and Eddie Mesh, one of our former players.
They're up here. Yeah,
I seen him and Mike riding the bike down Jackson Street one night.
So you just never know, what you'll see out here. One thing that we're excited that we see is, remember that 2017 state championship team, Thomas Stokes is in the house. Let's get Thomas up here and visit with him just a minute. Thomas, of course, we see his dad out at all of the games, but saw Thomas walk in today, and it's just a pleasure to see him. And Thomas is going to get one of these. He's got to have it. And I know your dad's going to ask you about that one, but that one, Thomas, is for you. So
thank you.
Thomas, welcome to the show. We're going to get that camera zoomed out just a little bit, and we'll get Thomas on there. There he is. Remember that and I think with every year that I know that's not baseball hair at all, is it?
What you talking about, man? This is
right.
Baseball spirit right here.
Look, you talk about it, and this is what those guys need to see. Hold up your left hand. He's got that state championship ring on there. How many of those have been won by Grace Christian teams? Just one. Just one. So the gauntlet is laid out, and then let the guys see that. That's what you're 2 games away from picking that up. Take us through that. You see the picture of the final out in that game, just all over the place on there. It's on the wall out there. But to give us a little insight onto that team and the fight and the hustle in that 2017 championship team.
Well, like you said, it takes a team, and it's about everyone buying in to what the program is about. It's about wanting that state championship and hustling every out, every inning, being all about it. You almost have to be crazy about it in some aspects. That was my goal. I had my goals for the team, my goals for being on the team, and certainly getting a ring in a state championship for the school was one of them. And it's just been taking the little things, day by day, adding to your arsenal, just training hard every day, and that's how you make that happen, make that dream come true.
Look, that's exactly right. And, there's some other dreams that have come true since you got out of high school. We were talking off the air. What's going on with you nowadays?
Well, now I'm working for the U.S. Forest Service, working with timber sales, being a forester, going out in the woods every day, through that college education, make that dream happen as well.
There you go. Living out on Nantatchee Lake, working in the woods every day. Man, life isn't so bad.
Well, you work hard at it, your dreams, they can happen.
There you go. What advice would you give to these guys that are in attendance tonight with 2 games remaining, not looking ahead to a game on Friday, but how important it is to take care of business in that semifinal game on Tuesday?
Well, that's basically what you have to do. You don't necessarily want to look too far ahead. You want to focus one game at a time. You got to get through Tuesday to make it any further, and that's by making it through every inning, reducing the amount of mistakes you make on defense, staying hyped the whole entire game, every single inning, and battle at the plate. Don't make yourself an easy out.
Well, Thomas, I appreciate you being here, and I can't let you get away without getting into some real serious talk on here. Okay. We talked beforehand about Coach Brown and his mound meeting, or his plate meeting that he has with the umpires, where he explains all of the intricacies of the field. And nobody did a better imitation of Coach Brown than you did on there.
You're really going to put me on the spot here,
Absolutely,
aren't you?
I am. Do you remember that still?
Well, it wasn't exactly going up on the plate. It was more of whenever Coach Brown had his more passionate moments. During the game, whenever he didn't always agree with the way things went, whether it was a player or an umpire.
Right.
That's when the imitation really came out.
Well, let's see it. let's have it. And to get back to the one at home plate. And Coach, I've told you this, and I've seen this even when the ASL championships were here last week. Sandra Mero, who's the executive director, she was beside us. I said, Sandra, you need to come watch this. She said, it's just a pregame meeting. I said, oh no, it's not. I said, watch him, because he looks like a flight attendant when he's up there, and he starts pointing out all of the. Coach, I'm sorry. And she's like, you know what? You're right. I was like, I know. So yeah, what would you see out of Coach Brown when he really got aggravated or passionate, let's say?
Well, you got to have, a coach like that who really cares about the game, somebody just is not looking at them when they're around the home plate. He's like, look at me. You look at me. Don't look at anybody else. Look at me. Somebody go get me a Powerade.
See, I try to get the young guys out here to tell me their favorite Coach Brown stories, but a lot of them won't do it because they're still playing for him, and that's a bad thing.
Well, the one thing is they got to be with him every day.
That's right.
Not necessarily with me anymore.
Now that you've graduated, that's right. How important do you think it is to those guys? Because two of the guys that are coaching with him this year also were players on that 17 state championship team. So buying into the process, because you guys have been there and done that.
Well, I think it speaks for itself. They're coming back. They still think that even after they've gone away, they just still want to be a part of this, and they still believe in what Coach Brown is preaching to his players. Even my dad, he's still attending the games after all these years. He buys into the program clearly. They believe that he's doing something right, and I agree with every single one of them. He just does things the right way. He's real disciplined, and that speaks for itself.
Well, there you have it. Coach, we're going to let Thomas go. One thing real quick, you have anything for him before he steps aside?
One of the best leaders ever to come through our program,
Bar
man.
none.
I mean, when he says something, the team listened, and they responded every time, man. One of the best guys ever, and we talk about him still a lot to our guys, man.
There's no doubt about it. Thomas, thank you for coming in. It's been a pleasure. Stick around. He said he was not going to try the triple. He's not going to try the challenge.
Campbell just showed up. Campbell's looking for the challenge
and
tonight.
And I did see Canyon here, too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the two champions of it is Campbell and Canyon. But I still say the money is on Canyon. 9 minutes. 9 minutes is all it took.
Campbell said he was up for it the other night. I think they got to make it happen at 6:40, 6:30.
6 something. Yeah, 6:30. You still weren't here.
Get on them.
All right. Thomas Stokes, a member of that 2017 state championship, a graduate. There's the ring. That is what the Warriors are looking for now. You see it right there. And there's only one way to get that. You got to go out and win 2 more games. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll get into a little bit more of the Oak Hill game, and then we'll talk a little family community on Tuesday. When we come back, we are live here from Fatburgers and Buffalo's Express on Versailles Boulevard. Come out and join us. We're going to be here for a while tonight. This is the Warrior Roundup with head coach Josh Brown. We'll be right back.
Appliance Parts Company in Alexandria has all your major appliance parts needs. We sell parts to all major appliances as well as new appliances, including window units, chest, and upright freezers. Appliance Parts originally opened its doors on Lee Street in 1972, and we're now open at a new location on Memorial Drive to serve you better. Stop by, say hey to our crew, and check out our awesome holiday gifts. Appliance Parts, 2208 Memorial Drive in Alexandria next to Target. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 9 till 12.
There was a huge assembly, and then he came to the gym, and he announced it.
I would like to honor a warrior that is right here.
I was diagnosed with Wilms tumor kidney cancer.
Colin McGee. We're going to fly you and your family to Universal Studios in Los Angeles to meet Adam Levine. Yes!
I got there, and then we went to Santa Monica Pier, and the water felt good, and I found a bunch of cool rocks, and then we went to The Voice the next day. I got to meet Adam Levine after the show, which was amazing.
I'm Bob Giles, and I believe every business should give back. Join me at gilesgivesback.com.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family. For all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, Apparel and Promotions in Pineville.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
Make your burger your style with delicious, hand-pressed, never-frozen AAA Angus beef and tons of fresh, tasty toppings. Fatburger. Great taste sounds good, doesn't it?
And we are back to Fatburgers on Versailles. Big shout out to Thomas Stokes who joined us there. Great to see Thomas, as always. It was good to see him there. And now we're joined by Canyon Wright. So before we get back to it, these are those rally towels that we had made up. You can see it. It's got the picture of the team on there. It says "Go Warriors." It says "Sulphur Bound." He gave a lot out during the commercial. I've got one left. I don't know who needs one more, but we've got one of those left. And so if you want that one, come up. Need to.
Maybe did Liberty get one?
I don't know if Liberty got one. Did Liberty? Liberty needs one of these towels here. I know she's got one. Never mind.
She's got one. Okay, good.
Seth got her that, but he wouldn't get her anything to eat. I don't understand that.
I don't understand that either, man. I mean, she just flew in from Virginia. You got to at least give the girl something to eat.
Right. So we're back. Canyon joins us on here. Canyon got the start on the hill in the playoff game against Oak Hill, and we're rolling along and looked really impressive those first 4 innings of it.
Sir.
Can you not hear? Pull your microphone up close to your mouth there. Okay. There you go. All right. Yeah, you were rolling along in that one, and Nick Magnano, you can just blame him, Coach Nick, for the way it fell apart there at that little point, because he put the jinx on you. He put the reverse jinx on you. You know, there's a couple of times that we have called your home runs, but he run the no-hitter and everything for you. But we're cruising along in that one.
Yes, sir.
Playing the defense, LJ was solid back there. I think he had 4 assists in a row, four ground outs in a row on there. Defense behind you looked at it. So you had Seth over at first base. Braden was at second. Maddox at shortstop, and Luke over there at third. And, of course, Cody behind the dish with you. It's a pretty solid infield that you got. Just get up and throw ground balls, huh?
Yes, sir. That's all I do is pitch to contact.
That's you do that well, and we talked about that a little, about how the ground balls were rolling. And that's what sometimes pitchers, I think, get caught up. And you can go back to, what was it, Bull Durham, and they talk about strikeouts in that movie. It's not always about the strikeouts. It's just getting the guys out and maintaining your pitches and keeping folks off balance, and you do that very well.
Yes, sir. That's all I try to do is just pitch to contact, get ground balls.
And you've done that successfully, and then you switched around and went back over to first base, and you were on the receiving end of that throw down from Cody that got the guy tagged out on that strike him out, throw him out, and that's some good stuff there. I know you guys work on that and you practice, and you know Cody's got that. At that point, you've got to get him apply the tag on there. But when you see that ball coming, you know that play's on. Take us through that.
So I didn't realize that he was going to throw it, but I always know that he's going to try at least once a game maybe to see if somebody's off far enough. And he loves to try to backpick people. That's his favorite thing, is throwing out people.
Yeah.
And that's what I saw him throw it, and I just had to catch it, put the tag on.
And you did that well, and it just – sometimes it just works. You get the strike, and it's always good to have the back pick and get somebody out there. But when it's on the tail end of the strikeout as well, that just gives your team, and it takes any momentum away from the other team.
Yes, sir, it does.
Absolutely.
Hit the ball well. You had, I think, a single and 2 doubles there in your first 3 at-bats. And we camera followed you. There was a lot of emotion on those 2 doubles when you got into second base. What was going through your mind in something like, in those instances?
I just knew that they were 2 really big hits, and one of them was a 2-run double.
Yes.
That was a huge hit for us. Scored runs, gave insurance runs, and just really needed.
Having a phenomenal sophomore year, Coach. I think you said 7-1 on
Correct.
the mound, 5 home runs, 50 RBI, and that's a kind of a great career. But you're doing that all in 1 year. But you're not having to be the star out there. You've got a lot of guys that are pounding the baseball all around you. How comfortable are you sitting in that 3 spot knowing that you're going to get an at-bat in the first inning every time? But you've got the likes of Seth and Cody and Maddox and those guys behind you.
It makes me feel good to know that if I get on base, I can be scored anytime, and just know that I have people behind me that if I do something bad, they're there to pick me up.
Indeed, and they've done it. There hasn't been a lot of bad out there at all, but it's great to see you guys hitting the ball well. How good did it feel to get back on the field against another opponent now? Because you guys had a couple of week layoff.
Yeah, it felt amazing to get back on the field and just play the game.
There you go, and you're looking forward to getting back down to Sulphur. That game is Tuesday against Family Community. What was practice like the last couple of days?
Practice has been good the past couple of days. Working to play against family community.
Family community.
We've been going to try to fix what our weaknesses are there.
What do you think you guys have improved the most on this season as a team?
Defense.
Defense?
Definitely.
Yeah. Look, that's what we've seen. We saw Carson go out and make a tremendous catch out in center field that he had to go and get. And he thought, we talked to him after the game, and he said, I didn't know that I was going to get it until he just got on it and went out there and did it. So knowing when the ball's hit, there's an opportunity that's going to be somebody's going to be out.
Yes, sir.
Coach, what are your thoughts on the defense this year and what it's done?
It's been the difference in our team. We talked about it over the summer. You lose a game in the state championship game last year, and, you look up at the last column that you don't want to look at. You want to win that column.
Right.
We lost that column, a few times last year at the key moments, and that was a huge moment for us. And we said after that game, no matter what, we're going to get better. And the kids bought into that. We busted our butt in the summer, started there, and then got in the fall, kept it going, and then credit to the kids, man. We do a lot of fundamental things that some people don't see, and I think sometimes players may get kind of bored with it, but at the end of the day, it's the things that matter, and we've upped our repetition with that a little bit. We do it more daily, and it's been the difference.
I'll tell you, and admittedly, I myself on the show, we even talked about it, was a little critical of the fight and the dog that these guys had in them, that there needed to be that switch that flipped and that toughness and that fight.
Correct.
I saw it against Oak Hill. I was so proud of where they are now, and that's the part of building a season and where it gets you, that you're building a lot of fight in these kids.
Absolutely, and I felt like we didn't have that fight as a group, last year, and I also felt like that we were probably not the team to beat. Or
right.
I kind of felt like, hey, we got there, we rode a couple of kids, but overall we probably were not the team. But we lacked a little bit of leadership, and in that dog that we
right.
talked about, we lacked that big time, and we have that now. I love the passion that he shows when we just want to play with passion, energy. And then we talk about it a lot. We want to worry about us. If we worry about us and nobody else, we do the things we're supposed to do, we're going to be fine.
Things you're supposed to do, all right? So years back, and you win, and there's been some very emotional quarterfinal games to get to Sulphur. In my mind, I'm looking, and the victory's in hand. I'm like, this isn't a dog pile time. It's your job to come out and win this game. And it was business as usual. I mean, it's like the shot back up the middle that Canyon gloved, and he just throws the ball around the offense or the defense because that's what you're supposed to do.
Correct.
And it was a workmanlike effort. And afterwards, they knew that their goal wasn't to win this quarterfinal game and get to Sulphur. Their goal is to go win a state championship.
Correct. A lot of these guys, they remember last year, and
yep.
Their focus was, hey, we're not dogpiling here tonight. We got a job to go do, and we still got games to be played.
There you go. Well, we appreciate it. We'll talk to some more of those others. Canyon, thank you for joining us as always. I know looks like your dinner's over there ready to go, but we appreciate it as long as one of those guys didn't get a hold of it, huh?
Yes, sir.
Canyon Wright joining us here. We'll be right back to Fatburger and Buffalo's Express here on Versailles for the Warrior Roundup when we come back.
Appliance Parts Company in Alexandria has all your major appliance parts needs. We sell parts to all major appliances as well as new appliances, including window units, chest, and upright freezers. Appliance Parts originally opened its doors on Lee Street in 1972, and we're now open at a new location on Memorial Drive to serve you better. Stop by, say hey to our crew, and check out our awesome holiday gifts. Appliance Parts, 2208 Memorial Drive in Alexandria next to Target. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 9 till 12.
There was a huge assembly, and then he came to the gym, and he announced it.
I would like to honor a warrior that is right here.
I was diagnosed with Wilms tumor kidney cancer.
Colin McGee. We're going to fly you and your family to Universal Studios in Los Angeles to meet Adam Levine. Yes.
I got there, and then we went to Santa Monica Pier, and the water felt good, and I found a bunch of cool rocks. And then we went to The Voice the next day. I got to meet Adam Levine after the show, which was amazing.
I'm Bob Giles, and I believe every business should give back. Join me at gilesgivesback.com.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family. For all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, Apparel and Promotions in Pineville.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
And we are back to Fatburger and Buffalo's Express here on a Sunday night in Alexandria. It is the playoff edition. Coach, it's been a long time getting here, and certainly glad to be at this point of the season. You guys have the quarterfinal victory in wrapped up for you. At least you didn't have one of them 10 o'clock games like, what was it, Claiborne had?
Claiborne and their family, yep.
Goodness gracious.
It was a quick one, though, 19-0.
Claiborne seems to really ratchet things up at the end of the year.
Yeah, they do, for sure.
But that's baseball. That's Division V baseball, and that's just the way it is. Maddox Adelise joins us here. Maddox, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
There you go. So your season that's good. We've talked a lot at the first of the year. Take me through where you think the progressions have been with this team, and what's gotten this group ready to make a run at a state title.
I think we were ready for a state title, first game of the season.
Right.
And we have had that goal ever since. Everybody's had a positive mindset on it. There's been no negative on it. I know Luke, Carson, and Aiden want to get the state championship because I know them three, especially Luke and Carson, for the past 2 years, have gotten there, but they lost. And I want to get a state championship before I graduate. Also, I think this is the year to do it. Because we have a really, really talented team.
Look, it's amazing how this team always seems to gel at the right time and get there. You guys are coming off an impressive win over Oak Hill the other night. Finished the season strong. But what makes this year special? What have you guys come together? What do you see in this team that says, you know what, they've got that chance?
I think we just have a lot of chemistry.
Right.
We all kind of clicked.
Right.
I think that was the biggest factor for us. We all just Coach Brown puts us at these spots, and we all work well together.
Right. And we talked about it in the last segment as well. Early on in the season, I talked to you. You were in on the conversation when we talked about it. Said the one thing that I thought was lacking in it from a state championship contender was that fight. I see it. I see it in there now. You guys have got that chip on your shoulder, and you that chemistry is what does that. Do you see that in the team as well?
I do see it. I saw it a lot in the dugout in the Oak Hill game where we finally got up the whole time. That was great to see. We never, even after they scored 5 runs in 1 inning, we still had momentum going for us, and we never, looked back.
See, that's such a great point because early in the year, if something went against you, I saw a lot of heads get hung, and guys just weren't fired up. You didn't let it phase you at all. You came out and you put up more numbers on there, and that's what was impressive.
Yeah, I admit I was also a guy in the early season who did that.
Right.
But in that Oak Hill game when they did that, I got the team up, making sure nobody got down because I'm we're not going out like this to Oak Hill just just because they had one good inning.
Right.
Like, we're going to go back and score more runs, put up an odd number.
Do you remember what he told you early in the year? That being a leader had nothing to do with what year you were in school?
Yes, sir.
It's just out on the field and what you do out there. So well done. I've been so impressed with your defense this year at shortstop. And shortstop has been a position of honor on this Grace Christian team for a lot of years. There have been a number of great shortstops. But having that go over to your right isn't too bad either, is it?
Yes, sir. This is my first year playing shortstop in my entire baseball career.
Right.
I like the position. It was kind of like a change from second to short, but I like, having it's like having a responsibility, something to do, like going to back up the throws each time behind the plate.
Right.
Like behind the mound. And, doing the signs to the pitcher or like holding the guys on or calling out how many outs or bunt coverage. It's a lot of fun.
How cool was it learning the play this year? You don't want to have to describe the play, but you know which one I'm talking about.
It took me a minute to get 100% comfortable with it.
Right.
But the few times it has worked, and the guy we all did it 100%.
Right.
It was fun.
Yeah. It's and look, there's nothing more fun than seeing how aggravated that third base coach is when it happens because he knows it's coming and he can't do anything about it. So it's a lot of fun. But it's that type of morale and intensity and chemistry that teams that win championships have to have, and you guys have got that this year. Again, didn't see it early in the year, but, man, I see it now. It's alive.
It's very much alive. We're going, Tuesday, we're one game at a time. It's family community. We're going to win that game. Then we're going to win state championship. That's the goal.
Coach, how does that make you feel knowing that we've had these talks and you've seen the progression?
Oh, for sure. It makes me feel good. We talk about it a lot. Having a short memory, if we make a mistake, we pour that into them. I said, hey, if we get on to you, guys, it's nothing personal. Play the next play. We know what you're capable of doing, but just seeing how we've come from the beginning of the year to now is special. I've seen a lot of growth really from the Lake Arthur game on.
Right.
Because, we got hit in the mouth there. We were down 3-1, and then we come back and win that ball game in the bottom of the seventh, 4-3. That was a huge win, and that showed me we had a lot of fight in us.
It's easy to have fight when you jump out and you're up 10-0, but when you're down 3-1 in a ball game against a good Lake Arthur team, that's an opportunity that you can fold or fight, and you guys
Correct.
come out and you fought in that one.
Absolutely, it's a great bunch, and I'm excited what they're capable of doing. When you mix in a 7th and 8th grader, I always hear people talk about how young they are. I'm like, I don't think you're as young as we are. We got a whole lot of junior high kids on this team, but the leadership that these older kids have had to bring to get them to come with them has been tremendous. And now these 7th and 8th graders, man, a couple of them are playing like 8th and 9th graders now.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
And that's even such a weird thing to say that they're playing like 8th and 9th graders.
It's kind of nuts to say that, but yeah.
It really is. But the team has gelled at all levels, and you don't see, and Brady and Braden that you talk about, you don't see those guys come out there and think, oh, we're junior high kids, we don't belong out here. I mean, they step out on the field with you, Maddox, and it's just another teammate.
Oh, yeah, them two are the Oak Hill game, second baseman, when I was on second base and Brady's at the bat, they're like, how old is he? I said, he's in 7th grade. I think he's 12 years old. He says, that guy's going to be a dog when he's older.
Indeed he is. We've had that as well. And Braden now finished second to Canyon in the burger eating challenge, which blew me away in that one.
I mean, Braden and don't judge a book by its cover with Braden.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I've never look, and he just if it wasn't going to get he'd have smoked Coach Campbell in that one. Coach Campbell was of course he went against Brown, so that's he had the sweats on at about 2 or 3 minutes into that one. But Maddox, it's been great talking with you this year. We look forward to visiting with you some more. Congratulations on your growth this year and what we're looking forward to you out of the rest of the season, your career.
Thank you.
There you go. Maddox Adelise joins us here. We'll be right back. This is the Warrior Roundup on 446 Sports.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone, day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone, day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
Make your burger your style with delicious, hand-pressed, never-frozen AAA Angus beef and tons of fresh, tasty toppings. Fatburger. Great taste sounds good, doesn't it?
And we are back rolling right through this playoff edition. Coach, it's amazing how quick these shows go.
They go quick.
I don't know what is a shorter time, this show or post-game talk from Coach Brown, because those are pretty lengthy ones. I don't think they're as bad as they used to be. They've gotten a lot shorter now these days.
They really have. I mean, I've had my wife tell me a couple of times, they've gone, you're a little bit quicker this year.
See, that's what we know. And senior Aiden Cook joins us out here, left fielder for the Warriors. And, man, I see the smile on your face there. Been a pretty fun year, hadn't it?
Oh, yeah, definitely. We're having fun out there, having a great time.
What does it mean with you and your other two seniors, Luke and Carson, to finishing? You've got 2 games to go in this for an opportunity to equal the one-time state championship on there.
It's awesome to have that type of opportunity. I mean, we're never going to be able to do this again on this stage, so
that's right.
Why not do it now? Best opportunity.
You're exactly right, and you seem to have meshed in pretty good with that team that's out there. I mean, we talk about the infield and how defensive that they are, but you guys out in the outfield, I mean, there's not many balls that drop out there.
Yeah, me and Carson, we've had a good relationship for a long time, so that's always been a good bond right there. So I really never had a problem with him in center. I trust him just like he trusts me in soccer because I always knew more and I was more experienced. I trust him in baseball. Whatever he says, I'm going to let him go over me.
That's good. So when the ball was hit in the gap the other day and you saw him going to get it, looked like it was going to get to the gap, but he closed that up quick.
Yeah, I thought we were going to be chasing it there for a second, but he closed that gap really fast. He got good closing speed.
Something new this year is that little stand that's behind the left field fence out there. What are those? Are you having conversations with those guys during the game? Are they giving you grief? What's going on out there?
It's a good time. We all have a good time. I think adding that, it added another personal level to the game that I think is good for our team. You know, it makes it feel more like a family, you know, because you're closer to the field, you're on the field, it feels like, and you get to talk to me the whole time and mess with us.
How tough is it when they go to cooking and they've got the crawfish or the steaks or the tacos that were out there this time to get through the game?
Yeah, you think about it definitely, but you got to lock in.
You don't run out there and get a snack or anything?
One time I did. That was after an inning. I got some steak.
See, and that was that big tomahawk that they had out there that night too.
Good Lord,
the steak before the game and the crawfish afterwards. But what is that type of family atmosphere? You guys, that's got to rally you up playing. So look, we got a lot of supporters. Your student section was off the charts this week. They really got into the games as well. What does that kind of support do to you guys?
Oh, it's awesome. You know, the more support you get, the just harder you want to work because you know you got more people behind you and you want to do it for them. You want to do it for your hometown. Not people from Central Louisiana, not many teams from Central Louisiana get to experience state championship games as often as we do, and you want to capitalize on that, you know, make a mark on your area.
Capitalizing on it is the key. You know, it's there have been times that goals were to get down there to Sulphur or to play for state. The goal is clearly to go out there. Yes, it's to win this game Tuesday without a doubt, but I think the goal of the season for you guys, for the younger guys, for a lot, is to walk off and win 2 more games.
Yeah, it's definitely state title every year.
Yeah,
that's this program. You don't go here looking to get to Sulphur.
That's exactly right.
You want to go to state.
There you have it. What do you think when you see the progression that Aiden's made this year, Coach?
Well, it's huge, man. I wish I would have had him a couple more years, man. I mean, he's unbelievable. And he's gotten so much better as a pitcher, too. You know, we're not afraid to throw him. Again, I've said it a few times. We got 4 guys. They throw the ball really well. But if we would have got him 2 years ago, who knows what we could have done with our defense because he can flat out run.
Right.
But, I mean, it's been tremendous having him and Carson out there together. I'm just pleased. I mean, he's only played baseball for us a year and a half maybe.
Right.
You know, not very long. And, I mean, he's done tremendous. He's been huge. And I love him as a leader. That's one thing I'll talk about him a lot. He leads by example, and can't say enough about him.
Look, Coach Nick joined us out in the box this past this game on the Oak Hill game, and so I had to sit him down and explain to him, look, the difference is the ball is smaller. You can use your hand with it, and don't kick it. And so that made the transition for him from soccer coach into the booth go a little easier there. Did you go back and listen to any of Coach Nick's comments on there?
It was funny.
He saw how he jinxed the no-hitter and he ruined that?
Yeah, I listened to it.
Well, I mean, that was something, but you guys were able even to ward that off. So great work. Now, we've talked a lot of fun. We're looking forward to a business-like work ethic day on Tuesday down in Sulphur. And good luck. We'll be down following you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
There you go, Aiden. Aiden Cook joined us here. We're going to take our final break of the show. Can't get out of here, though, until we have our Cody chat. I mean, that just always seems to brighten the day up. You always get a good soundbite out of Cody Davis. So we're going to get him here next. We'll be right back after this on 446 Sports.
Tell me about that day. There was a huge assembly, and then he came to the gym, and he announced it.
I would like to honor a warrior that is right here.
I was diagnosed with Wilms tumor kidney cancer.
Colin McGee. We're going to fly you and your family to Universal Studios in Los Angeles to meet Adam Levine. Yes.
I got there, and then we went to Santa Monica Pier, and the water felt good, and I found a bunch of cool rocks, and then we went to The Voice the next day. I got to meet Adam Levine after the show, which was amazing.
I'm Bob Giles, and I believe every business should give back. Join me at gilesgivesback.com.
Make your burger your style with delicious, hand-pressed, never-frozen AAA Angus beef and tons of fresh, tasty toppings. Fatburger. Great taste sounds good, doesn't it?
And we're back wrapping things up here at Fatburger and Buffalo's Express. And the show's just not complete if I don't have Seth and Cody on here with us too. These guys have been, you guys have been a lot of fun to talk to all throughout the year. Can only imagine what next year as seniors is going to have in store for us. But we got a lot of work to do before this year's out. Before we go, just did want to send a shout out to the owners at BJ's Country Store and Fatburgers. Pitched in to buy some waters and Powerades for the team, so we want to shout those guys out, and a big thank you to that. And the towels are being waved. Look, you're going to see a lot of those up in the stands for you guys, and we'll talk about that before we get into all of the support that you guys had in that Oak Hill game. Speak on that from the student section to all of the fans that were out there. It's the biggest crowd I had seen this year, without a doubt. Seth?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was honestly kind of comparable to the UA games that we used to have, to where you couldn't fit another person in the park. It's great having the students there, you know. Being able to have people that are your age there to support you, it means a lot, and it kind of motivates you in a way.
Well, I saw a lot of softball players out there, and you guys, of course, went down for their semifinal game. I know that there's always a lot of fans out in Sulphur, so you'll play some of these younger guys. You guys have been there, but they'll play in front of more fans than they've seen because all of the fields are going on and there's just excitement every time you turn around. But how do you focus in and get these guys that haven't been there, your seventh, your eighth graders, guys that haven't been around there, say, look, focus on what we have to do, Cody? How do they get locked in?
I mean, well, you know, when you have a lot of people there, you're there to win the game. You're there to win, to go to the next, you know, championship game. You go in there and you lock in, and you kind of just zone everybody out. You know, it's good to have everybody there. And it's fun to watch them make noise and stuff, but at the end of the day, you just got to zone everything out and, you know, focus on the game.
Absolutely. So last year before the Iowa trip, we did the little video interview so we could do your announcements. And I asked you, and what'd you tell me?
I like throwing out runners.
Take me through that little thing that happened over there at first base that's probably been one of our biggest YouTube shorts on there.
Yeah, I'm starting to go viral on there now.
I think so. That's good stuff. I think the sound effect might have had something to do with it too. But you'll throw down and you'll fake a throw down. What's going on in your mind? Going, you know what? I got him.
Well, I mean, honest, he got on base before that, the same dude.
Right.
And you know, he was over there, and I'm pretty sure if you go back and watch it, when he was on base, the boy who was batting after him, I was catching the ball and turning to throw him out over there, and he hit the ball. You can go back and watch the video. And then this time, I seen him, you know, leaning off a little bit. And honestly, I really didn't even mean to throw it. Like, it kind of just like...
There's no way you didn't mean... You jumped up, turned, and fired that ball. You can't convince me that you didn't think no.
It was, in my mind, I was kind of just like, I'm just going to fake it over there, and I'm just going to scare him a little bit. And then I kind of just... I looked over and threw it. I don't know what happened.
You don't know what happened. Well, I'm going to tell you, and we talked about pop time. It happened pretty quick on there. What does that do for you guys when you see Cody just being Cody?
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to lie. After the play, I went crazy on the mound. Like, I don't know who all heard me, but I was kind of going crazy. And it's just great, you know. because you have somebody back there who tries to throw out runners. I'm not going to say that he does, but no, I mean, it's good to have somebody back there that you can trust.
Well, and it pumps up. You guys have made defensive plays all around you when you were at first base because Canyon gets the start. There was a high throw that came over to first base. You had to really go up and get on there. And you guys make the big plays look routine. Tell me about your defense just a bit.
Just honestly just trying to do whatever I can to make the play. Although, so the ball was thrown from Luke from third. Luke makes a throwing error. I get up there, I try to catch it because I'm trying to save my guys around me, and I know that they're going to have my back as well. So. Well,
that's what you like to see, and it's playing all out. And, we've talked throughout the year about I guess not a rivalry, a friendly rivalry when you guys are at the plate. And Seth goes up and he hits his 2-run shot. Wave to the camera, which you didn't do, but that's all right. I think you were still walking to first watching the ball go out of there, but we'll get to that later as well. And then comes up and hits another 2-run shot, hit the scoreboard with the first one, too. That's the second one that I've seen hit that scoreboard this year. Going to have to put some fencing over the front of it, I believe, the way you guys are hitting it. Did it aggravate you on the second one? You said, look, I'm not going to let this happen.
Well, it went up there, and I was like, as soon as it came off the bat, I was like, no way he just did that again. And I went up there, I was like, I wanted my last at bat. I went up there and I was swinging the bat hard.
There's no doubt you were swinging because the swing before that that you missed, you about come out of your cleats.
Yeah,
on
I swung
too.
on my shoes on that one.
And then when you hit it out of that, now I'm a long way away, but when you guys coming in, you hit the helmets. I think Seth walked by and said, "That's how you do it." When he hit the helmet, is that what happened?
Honestly, I have no clue. I was out of it then.
Now, that was it. It's good fun to see you guys that you do that. Luke continues to pound the ball like he's doing. Did a great job defensively on there. You guys, and I'll throw this last question, and we talked to Maddox about it earlier and talked to Coach Brown. How has the fight of this team, the internal chemistry and for lack of a better word, finding that dog inside of you, changed from the first of the year to where you're at now that gives you a chance to go and fight for a state title?
I think what makes it different this year than last year is you have 9 guys on the field this year who want to do nothing but win. And whenever you have that, you're going to be successful. And whenever you don't have that and you don't have 9 guys who are there to win, you're not going to win games that you should win.
You're exactly right. Cody, your thoughts on it?
Well, I mean, at the beginning of the year, we played some of them big schools and stuff, and I mean, we, of course, didn't do great against them and stuff like that. But then I think it's just being in the playoffs is a, different story. And especially playing Oak Hill, a big rival, it kind of just, the energy's up. And they came out with that one inning and scored 5 runs or something like that.
That's Coach Nick's fault, though. You guys, that was that. But you've seen that video, too, on there, too. Yeah, but I won't quit giving him grief about that. He texted me this morning when I posted. I was like, dude, I thought you were asleep. I didn't know you'd see that one, but he did. So, no, but you guys, you didn't let it get you. There was an opportunity maybe to get down, but you just used that to catapult yourselves into another big inning.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just, I think one of the biggest things, this is the big rival game, and nobody in the dugout, like junior high kids, starters, everybody, like nobody wanted to lose. Everybody wants to go to Sulphur.
Look, that's what we say. We're going to wrap it up, and I do that with you two guys on here. Thomas, let me see that. Bring your ring over here. Do you have it? I'm going to end the show.
I didn't want to get grease on it.
I got you. I'm going to leave that right there. There's only been one of those, one team that's picked that up.
Yeah, no, I want one.
Yeah. That'll wrap it up. Let me turn it around so the camera can see that. I think that says it all.
Yeah.
Guys, it's been a great show. We'll see you down in Sulphur on Tuesday. For my man Chuck Perkins and everybody in attendance, I am Doug Gann. God bless you all, and good night.